Yo, what's good my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy Emerald Splash Deadman back with yet another Black Clover Mobile video. As you can see here, we have two brand spanking new banners in Black Clover Mobile. We have Gueldere here, we have Vetto here. I will go ahead and spoil for you because I'm not going to be doing summon videos for these two. These two I'm not really as hype about. I would have been a little more hype about Vetto if he was a attacker, but he's a defender, which is perfectly fine. That's okay. But Vetto does do very big damage. Vetto makes me think of Broly almost, if I want to be honest. So it was a little weird to me that they made this Vetto a defender also, especially because the last Vetto was a defender and he was not received too well. He's not really too great. But we are going to be talking about whether you should summon or not. We're going to talk about their skills. We're going to talk about their skill pages. And yeah, if you as a free-to-play player should be spending your black crystals. So, before we get into that, though, I do want to make one PSA, public service announcement. Yeah, PSA. This guild here that you see is called the Void Dynasty. There are only 4 members. We have 8 more spots available. We are working on getting to level 2 to add more spots to the guild, of course. But with more members, does that bar go up faster? With just us 4, it is taking quite some time, but even still, we're still tanking it out. We're still taking it under control, you know what I'm saying? All that I ask is that first you get up with me in my Discord because I want to ask you a few questions. I want to ask, yo, do you actually play the game every day, or are you just kind of in a trial period? If you're a new player, I'm sorry to say this, but if you're a new player and you're just testing the game out, you probably can't join, just because I do want to make sure that people are going to be consistently logging in every day and actually going to be grinding out what they need to be grinding out. I would like to get this guild filled up before the next guild wars, so that would be very helpful for you guys, any viewer that's watching this right now. Also, I do ask that you donate gold every single day. The gold I will take. The black crystals is understandable. You do not need to put that in. If you do want to put that in, though, feel free. That's just going to get us more rewards a lot faster. Once we get a little higher up in the guild levels and more of these currencies right here, then we will be able to start to buy all kinds of buffs for my guild members. So definitely join up. But now we're going to go ahead and hop over to, I guess, Gueldere to start off, because I'm not. It's funny. I'm hyper in general as a character, for Vetto, right? But then I'm hyper for Gueldere just because we do not have any SSR green supports yet. And we only have 3 green supports in general in the game. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I have not actually summoned Gueldere just yet, so we will be looking at him on the summon screen here. I actually do kind of like his little intro animation, right? He starts out monochromatic, because his magic allows him to go invisible, and that's kind of how his effect looks in the show. So I think that's a very nice touch. He is, of course, the captain, or the old captain of the Purple Orcas. I will not say who the new captain is. It doesn't really matter too much, but even still, no spoilers. So, I'm trying to click that with the mouse. His passive, once you get him, no, this is the passive for awakening his stars. So his passive for awakening his stars is going to be, when your health is at maximum, reduces damage received by 10%. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, when health is at maximum, reduce damage received by 10%. Not too bad. He's a supporter, so you do want to have a little more survivability with him, so that's already a good start. Right here, this is going to say, oh, max HP increased by 10%. Okay, so he's buffing his HP quite a bit. This first skill right here is going to be a defense boost. It is an attack. It is a single target attack. It gives level 1 defense power increase buff to the ally with the lowest HP. So ally with the lowest HP is going to get an increase to their defense, and that defense increase is going to be 105%, so not bad. Then we look right here. This gives you a barrier and protection. I don't really need to read this 100%. It looks to me like this one right here says is going to give you a barrier for 2 turns that is equal to 15% of your maximum HP. Yep. Gives you and a designated ally, actually. So you and one other person on the team, not bad. His skill 2 applies protection to a specified ally for 1 turn. Give a fruit. Okay, the translations are a little weird. Basically, this means that for 1 turn, one of your allies cannot be targeted. It doesn't say that there is there's a specific kind of prerequisite, oh, the ally with the lowest HP, the ally with the lowest attack, or no, nothing like that, right? It seems like you can just pick the ally that gets the protection, so that's pretty good, actually. Then right here we have his ultimate. His ultimate is going to be doing damage reduction. So Fortify level 3 is what that is. It's going to be giving you 2 turns of Fortify level 3. So I think Vanya's only does 1 turn of Fortify level 3. So that's actually pretty good right there. And then also This skill 3, or this extra effect, applies invincibility effect to the ally with the lowest HP for 3 turns. And it is to my understanding that invincibility is going to be like, you can't take DOT, you can't take straight up damage, like no damage whatsoever. So this man Gueldere seems like a very incredible support actually. We're getting a Fortify level 3. Let me pull up the wiki real quick and see, because I am definite that Vange's is like, Fortify level 3 is only for 1 turn. Let's see. Vange's is here. No, it's for 2 turns. Okay, even still though. So we gotta like weigh the pros and cons, because it feels like this man is supposed to be like a direct replacement for Vengeance almost. So the first skill just has a chance to transform an enemy, which is like good. But the first skill on this man Gueldere is going to be giving all allies. No, the ally with the lowest HP. Extra defense. So, do I take survivability of the ally with the lowest defense over a chance to mutate, and the mutate chance doesn't go off all the time? I'd say that his skill 1 at the very least is going to be a little better. Then we look at skill 2. Now, this I cannot see with the skill page effect just yet, but Vange's skill 2. Increased attack level 4 for 2 turns, which is 84% attack boost. Grants ally increased speed level 2 for 2 turns, which is 65% attack boost. 60% chance to increase somebody's stamina by 10% if their stamina is lower than 50%. And then his skill 2 is the protection and the barrier. I feel like Vange's is more of a defensive type of mage. So the attack increase, it doesn't really feel out of place to me, but it feels like they really wanted you to use it with Yami, right? But I don't know. I feel like on a survivability kind of like standpoint, I feel like this man Gueldere is definitely going to be better. Like, this is more offensive right here. It's just weird, right? This is, I would consider this defensive debuffing right here, because if you transform an enemy, that's 1 less turn that you can get attacked. And this doesn't lower the enemy's like defense or anything like that, but still 1 less turn. If it lowered the enemy's defense or something like that, kind of like Never's skill 2, right? Then I would say that this is more so an offensive sort of debuff. But since this is just a transform chance and saves you a turn of getting hit from somebody, that's more defensive, right? Then his skill 2 is offensive. With Gueldere, it seems like skill 1 and 2 are both just like highly defensive skills. The Fortify level 3 for 2 turns is really good, but I like the fact that you gain invincibility versus a counterattack. And is that invincibility on every mage, or is it just on a specified mage? Ally with the lowest HP. Nah, even still, I think I like that a little bit better. Yeah, no, Gueldere is a beast, it seems. Right here on his skill, or on his combo skill, we have an 80% chance to block HP recovery, or block buffs for 2 turns. And that is a single target, so you can only pick 1 enemy with that. Yep, buff block specified enemy for 2 turns. 80% chance is not bad. You cannot increase the chances on that, which is a little unfortunate. You can't give him a 100% chance, but even still, not that bad. Yeah, no, all in all, Gueldere seems actually very, very good. Would I say, should you summon for this man? I don't think it would hurt. I don't think it would hurt to summon for him. I mean, he gives your team a lot of, he has a lot of HP himself. He reduces the damage he takes with his passive, with his stars passive, of course. Then also, he's giving defense on skill 1. He's giving protection on skill 2. And then he's just straight up giving invincibility on skill 3 or in his ultimate. Literally, as you go through his skills 1 by 1, it just feels like they upgrade the level of protection he is giving you. The only downside is that these buffs are all going to be towards 1 ally. But since you can choose the target, I don't think it's that bad, right? 1 turn, you could be giving somebody that Fortify. Another turn, you could be giving somebody else that protection, right? Another turn, you can be giving... Oh, no. Some of them are based on the ally with the lowest HP. But, yeah. But wouldn't you be trying to save the ally with the lowest HP? I don't know. Let me really collect my thoughts and come back to Gueldere, because it is a matter of, yes, he does have a lot of defensive capabilities, but at the same time, it's very dependent on who has the lowest HP, and a lot of times there's going to be an attacker. Now the skill page for Gueldere, I already do have, absolutely. The passive for it is going to be, or no. Let's read the extra effect it adds onto the skill 2. So with the skill page, the skill 2 applies 15% of your maximum HP as a barrier around you and the designated ally, inflicts protection on that ally for 2 turns, and then grants 2 total impact power. Okay, so it gives you a level 2 all attack increase. So all in all, yeah, no, not bad, right? That see, it's just an extra little bit of attack. I feel like people will like just listen to me talk about certain mages and like, yes, I just talked about Obanja shit. Like, oh, this is defensive, this is offensive, this is defensive. I don't know. This one is defense, 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 and then it threw in the attack as an added like bonus, right? Because that's what comes with the skill page. Without the skill page, for free, you can still have a highly defensive like supporting mage right here. And then the passive on the skill page is going to be, if you receive damage, there's a 25% chance that debuff block will be applied to you. That's the only or a buff? No, I think that says debuff block. Because right now, what I'm reading directly is, if you receive 25% of damage, if you receive damage, there's a 25% chance that the debuff will be applied to you. Yeah, this one doesn't translate too clearly for me, so there's not really much I can do about that. But it seems like whenever you get attacked, there's a 25% chance of something happening. As you upgrade the skill page, let's take a look. I know there's a way. Yeah. Let's go here. Let's go to our mages. Let's go to our skill pages. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone directly to skill pages. Come here to, where's Gueldere? It's gonna have, yep, they're gonna be blacked out. Where is Gueldere? He's gonna be lower to the bottom. He's right here. Let's lock that up. Let's go to upgrade. So okay, it removes one debuff. That's what it is. So if you have a skill page, if you take damage, you have a 25% chance to remove a debuff. If you can get this all the way up to level 6, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 15 extra percent. So that's gonna be a 40% chance to remove 2 debuffs as opposed to removing 1 debuff. So all in all, I'd say that summoning for this man Gueldere is not a bad idea, just because even if you don't have his skill page, he is going to be a very formidable option for your teams, for your farming experience. Then let's come over and look at Vetto real quick. This man Vetto here, right? Getting him to LR unlocks. If your health is less than 30%, give yourself immortality buff for 1 turn once per battle. Oh, this already seems like it's going to start out really good. I do actually like using the red Asta quite a bit because he has that immortality. And honestly, I don't really see the immortality like all the time. It's just that it's nice to know that I have that, right? It's nice to know that if this is a little easier though, because the way that Lick's passive works is so weird to me, that he's below 30% and he has immortality to get to like that last attack out. It just doesn't make much sense to me. But like for a tank to have something like that makes a lot more sense, right? Because you get into that last little HP threshold, they give you the immortality, the enemies are going to be aiming at you anyway. If you get hit a few more times, then you will survive it, you can get healed up. Whereas with Lick, it's like, he gets hit, he gets his last attack off, he doesn't kill, you heal him up, and then he just 1-tap the next turn anyway. It's just kind of like, for what, right? But that is very good to have on tanks. I love that. I always appreciate that skill on tanks specifically. The level 1 on his awakening ability is going to be, when receiving an attack, damage received is reduced by 3% for each debuff applied to you. So, does that say debuff? It does say debuff. That is the same kanji as debuff in Gueldere's skill page. Yes, if you have a debuff one, you take 3% reduced damage. So that's actually kind of solid, right? It's like, if you have a debuff, then the game will kind of like, I guess in a way, equalize the damage you're taking, because you're going to take some damage from that debuff, depending on the debuff it is. Or like, even still, say you have like a defense reduction debuff, if you're taking 3% like less damage, then that's not going to 100% neutralize the extra damage you're taking, but it will help you survive a little bit better against the damage that you're taking. So very good, very good. His skill 1 is a single target, then an additional attack, I see? No, increase the amount of damage though. Additional attack is like it looks a little different. It looks similar but very different. This is an attack on one enemy. Apply a buff that increases the amount of damage dealt in proportion to your reduced physical strength after attack after up to 40%. So pretty much, the lower your HP, the more damage this Vetto is going to do, and the damage can only be ramped up to 80%. That is it. That is the maximum that it can be extra like ramped up. Also, you can see down here that if you upgrade a skill, you're only going to be increasing his attack and magical attack power, so you can get it from 90% up to 110% on both fronts. Now, since he is a tank, I will go ahead and say I'm not too sure I'm a fan of that, because as a tank, you should be focusing your you know, defense, right? And it seems like they are trying to split this man up and make him an attacker while defending as well. And at that point, just make Vetto a beefy attacker mage that has good defensive stats. That's no-brainer, right? His skill 2 without the skill page, or no, with the skill page actually. Actually, let's go over to his like skill page, cause skills like screen right here, because I can turn it off. Cool. So without the skill page, gives you body strengthening buff for 2 turns, and reduces your physical strength by 15% of your maximum. Reduces your HP by 15% of your maximum HP. So, amount of health recovery given. Does that say reduce your? I think this says recover your HP. These translations are so weird sometimes. Yeah, there's literally a recovery logo, bro. If it was reducing my HP, it would have like it would have been in red or something. If you get this to level 5, you increase his body strengthening and defensive power by, or actually, I'm sorry, right here. Body strengthening increases your defense by 100% and damage reduction increases by 30%. Ooh. So body strengthening and defense. So would body strengthening be the damage reduction? So would you get like 65%, no, 75% damage reduction and 145% defense? Or would it be, I mean, yeah, because it's 15% to both. So yeah, not bad. Nah, that skill 2 is pretty formidable. And he has some HP recovery on it. I always love to see tanks that have HP recovery built into their kit. Then you add the skill page on, and it's going to give him level 2 fortify, so it's going to reduce the damage received by 29%. Also, we're finally starting to see some different percentages. For fortify, I've only seen fortify level 3, and now we see a fortify level 2, which is 29%. Fortify level 3 is 34%. This is the illustrious move that he did against Noel. So this is an enhanced taunt. Let's see what enhanced taunt does. So when I was looking through his kit, I saw that he had enhanced taunt, and I did not know exactly what it did. So I'm excited to see what it does, right? For 40% of the enemies, there's a 40% chance that the enemy will receive enhanced taunt for 2 turns. Release state. Attacks the target using the effect. When attacked, the target's health will regenerate by 10% of his Oh! So enhanced taunt makes it so that not only do the enemies have to attack you, but when they attack you, you heal 10% of HP on that attack. And also, when I look right here, this looks like an extra 15% proc chance for the enhanced taunt, and this is another 15%. So that's 30% on top of 40%, so that would be a 70% chance to enhance taunt somebody for 2 turns, because this is a single target skill, I assume. They wouldn't make this AoE, would it? Would they? Absolutely not. Or let's read the description again. Because he only aimed this at Noel. No, this is all enemies. Wow, you can enhance taunt everybody. Oh, dude, Vetto is looking evil, bro. Yeah, so a 70% chance to enhance taunt somebody at level 5, and then you get 30% HP back. No, that's the attack power. I was about to say, oh, they're increasing the HP percentage? Nah, but yeah, no, Vetto seems like a very good option. His combo skill is going to be 1 turn, level 5 magic power reduction for an enemy for a turn. Yeah, for 1 turn. That's going to be a magic reduction of 67%. Dude. I hate telling free-to-play... Oh, I'm sorry. Let's look at the skill page. I almost forgot the skill page. So as we know, the skill page adds the extra fortify onto his skill 2. The actual passive from the skill page is going to be... So mine currently right now is toughness, increased toughness by 8.6% and increased critical resistance by 5%. So what is the percentage on it? Just like base. So take away 1.6. So it will be 7% increased toughness. And toughness, I'm pretty sure, is like damage reduction. You have damage negation, which is like pretty much, it feels like that's kind of like dodging to me, right? Dodging some of the enemy misses some hits. Then you have toughness, which is like straight up just damage reduction. Like you take the damage, but it is a reduced amount. So boosting his toughness with his skill page is very good. I hate telling people to summon on both banners because you know the game is very free to play, but the game, you know, the game does have a format where you do have to summon 20 times on both banners. And no matter how free to play the game is, summoning like 40 times is like not the funnest. I would say that you can't really go wrong summoning free either. I'd probably go for Gueldere more so than Vetto because Gueldere has a very good potential to be very helpful to your team and farming stages. Just the extra buffs that he's giving, extra survivability. One thing that I found is that, you know, when your team can't just burn. So when I started farming this game, I was farming more so my characters, trying to get everybody to level 100 and everything like that. That's what you just saw, right? I didn't really farm the gear like I should have, so I do not have as much gear as I need right now. I am working on farming gear as we speak, right? But they're not as we speak. You can see the screen. But basically, I take a lot of pride in like having a very, very defensive team because, you know, the teams that survive, that can outlast the enemies, those are teams that can like always win 100%. Now your runs aren't going to be as fast, but at the very least they can guarantee you some like materials that you're trying to get your hands on earlier on. Now, whenever you get the proper gear and you can get all your mages, you know, geared up and get them attacking like big number, you know, flying around, whatever the fuck, right? When you can get all that going on, then yes, you know, go for any DPS mage you want, you know, make them burn even faster, cool. But it's like, you know, all these DPS mages, once you get to a point where you're one turning each turn, or each wave of a like event, it's just like how much more power do you need? Now, if they added higher levels to stuff, or because I could foresee them adding like all the way up to level 20 on like the farming stages just to give you better rates. They already have that advanced gear stage that they got working up in the background here. I presume that'll be released during like season 5, I mean. But yeah, I think that Gueldere is a better choice just because he is the first green SSR supporter and he is a very good supporter compared to, like, not comparative to Vengeance, but like I just compared him to Vengeance because Vengeance is like the best supporter in the game in my opinion, right? And he does a very good job like stacking up to Vengeance. I would maybe even put them in the same tier, not put him over Vengeance, but I'd maybe put him in the same tier. Obviously I gotta get my hands on him and, you know, actually use him first, but I would say Gueldere is probably worth the summon, especially because if you don't get his skill page, he's still going to be a phenomenal mage. He's still going to give you all the defensive capabilities. The only thing that you're missing out on by not getting his skill page is going to be the chance to remove a debuff, which honestly, if you have a purifier on your team, a cleanser on your team, that's not really that important. And also he not recovers HP, but he doesn't have a lot of HP, but he looks to be giving himself, you know, quite a solid amount of HP. So if you can get the debuff cleansed or you can even heal him, then I don't think those debuff removals are going to be too big of a deal. And also the extra part is like adding the extra attack buff on his skill too. Like that's not as important when you have all the extra defensive support that you have already at your fingertips. So I would say Gueldere is like probably worth that summon. Yeah, I feel pretty confident telling people to summon for Gueldere. Now, Vetto. Vetto sounds like a very huge step up from the last Vetto that we got. I know that Vetto is a hyper character for people, and people like to summon for like hyper characters a lot of the time. I remember when Linked and Fauna came out, a lot of people were like screaming Linked up and down the hallways, but for somebody like me who was more so focused on farming my account out, farming all my mages up, Fauna was a no-brainer to me, right? So it's just like, I feel like Gueldere is like kind of like the no-brainer for like, you know, boosting your account. Vetto is not going to be a bad idea though this time around. So, you know, Vetto heals himself with his skills. You know, he can literally take damage and heal it back because of his enhanced taunt. Plus, he introduced a new mechanic, so that's pretty cool, in my opinion. I would say go for Gueldere first. If you want both of them, I would say go for Gueldere first. You can see right here that I'm at 20. I'm at 20 multis for Vetto right here, or 20 summons is all I need left over to finish out his rotation. So obviously I already did my summons for Vetto. I got Vetto once, I got a skill page twice, I got a few more skill pages in the mix, so it's whatever, right? I only summoned for Vetto first because I'm hyper for Vetto as a character and I assumed that he would be better. But now that I'm reading out the kits and everything, I probably would have, if I would have read the kits first, I would have probably summoned for Gueldere first. But I am glad that I went ahead and went as deep as I did on Vetto because now I don't have to go back into his banner. So for in the future, I will start to summon in a way that I can just get the mages 5-star instantly, like right there. But as for now, since we're still in the very early stages of the game, I'm just kind of still trying to get my account built out 100%, trying to get, you know, talents up for everybody, trying to get skills boosted up for everybody, which is going to be tedious as hell, trying to get gear up for everybody. So I am finally to a point where all my mages are like level 100 LR, right? Except for these two, obviously. But, you know, once they're level 100, it's just back to like the normal grind. And now I feel like I can like start to focus in on like specific mages, right? So yeah, just getting the characters for me right now is what I'm going to be doing for this set of banners right here. I do like the fact of like getting the mages in the first day and then just having like a, you know, good 10 days, a week and some change, just kind of like sit, let my money accumulate, one, and also just kind of like plan out what I'm trying to do and see how much grinding I can get done between banners and see how many characters I can get even higher up in the like rankings, right? But I say Gueldere is definitely a good choice to summon for. I say Vetto is also a good choice to summon for because let's remember the number of supporters. Hold on, let me. You know what? This will be my final verdict. This will be my final verdict, and I'll let you guys go. I'll leave you guys alone. If we look at supporters, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the game. If we look at SSR supporters, there are 4 in the game. Now, if we look at Guardians, there are 4 in the game as well. But basically, you can say that there's only 3 in the game because Vetto is actually ass. If you got this new Vetto, he would replace the old Vetto, which would not be bad. How many actual tanks are there in the game, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, bro, it's pretty even across, like, on both fronts. Like, there's 1 extra support mage. But I feel like you have more options for support than you do, like, tanks, right? Because let's be real. Let's be real. When we're looking at tanks, this is an option. Yes. This is an option. Absolutely. No. Absolutely an option. Absolutely an option. Hell no. Absolutely an option. Absolutely not. No. Right? So we have 5 options for tanks. In general, not SSR, nothing like that. Just in general. We come over to our supporters here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 options here, right? Dude. I'm really trying not to tell you how to summon on both, man. I think both of them are good. I think both of them are fucking good, dude. I would say Gueldere first, though. If you're gonna summon on both, I'd say do Gueldere first. I just feel like him being, in the position that he is, especially because we need more green characters, and both of them are green. But like green supporter, very good. We don't have a green SSR supporter, but neither do we have a green. No, we have a green SSR fucking tank, and he still does a hell of a job. Yeah, no, bro, go for Gueldere first. If you get Gueldere early on in his rotation, you still have some extra black crystals that you can farm out, or you just have extra black crystals in general. Yeah, go ahead and summon for Vetto. I think both of them are good, dude. I really like to sit and like really like ponder like, can I rightfully tell these motherfuckers to summon on both of these characters? Like, yeah, I think they're both great options. Honestly, they both seem really good to me. I'm working on Vetto now. I will actually be testing them out pretty soon here. Also, guys, fun fact. The Deadman did auto battle Prakidna this morning on level 6, so I will be making a video on that as well. But that's gonna be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE. If you guys did like the video, then go down below and like the hell out of the video. If you guys like the Deadman, then you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can get tapped in every single time I make some content. Unlock your hostile mana, and also you can comment down below and let me know what you think about my opinions on this matter, because your opinion matters as well. But that's gonna be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE. And remember, join the Void Dynasty, but first talk to Deadman so he can vibe check you. Yeah, that's gonna be it for your boy. You have a good one. Peace.